like a process by which we empty ourselves.
Correct.
You know, mindfulness is one way of meditation, right? I mean, we try to create a space in our mind so that a lot of clutter is removed, right?
Correct.
Feng Shui says if you want positive energy, remove the clutter. The same way we need to remove the clutter from our chakra system, from our mind, and also from our body.
Yes.
So many people find it very difficult to understand chakras, or they even find it difficult to understand the mind. So let's come back to body. Going back to heart. A lot of heart surgeries happen because there are blocks in the heart.
Correct.
I mean, you do a bypass, or you do a surgery, or you put a
Correct.
stent. Because the prana is not able to move freely in the heart.
You're right.
In spite of the surgery, if our heart chakra continues to have blocks, our heart, in spite of the surgery, will not be healed. So
Right.
to heal, we have to heal the chakras. And therefore, if we learn to meditate on the heart,
Wow.
focus on the heart, see, like as if imagine a sun in your heart and imagine radiation going out from your heart. So some radiations are going down your body, and through your feet it can go in the earth and ground all of us, and through our higher chakras it can get out of our head and it can connect with the wider universal energy.
Oh.
So on one side, we become like a tree. We are grounded in Mother Earth and we get our nutrition from her. And on another side, we expand our consciousness to the universe. And therefore, the Krishna Shakti can be downloaded. And then it starts clearing our body. It's like a laser surgery, right?
Wow.
A beam of light that clears it, all the blocks.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow. And that you actually get that experience when you meditate. And that's
Right.
so important. That's actually so physical. And that is how you remove all the blocks from your heart, from your body, and the light passes through. And with that feeling, we also get healed. That is
Yes.
important. I'm really enjoying this discussion, Mala. It's amazing. It's very important for people to understand the importance of chakras, importance of Ayurveda chakra meditation, because people actually don't know the concept which you have explained over here. It's simply amazing. Very, very important. I just loved it. I would also like to know from you that how does body intelligence work then? Because
See,
yeah,
yeah. See, generally we think intelligence means something in the brain, right? I mean, we forget that the entire body has its own intelligence, right? I mean, I'll give you one simple example. If I get a cut on my finger, right? The body starts healing itself.
correct.
And the cells, every cell in the body, they are dying and they are also getting regenerated, right?
Correct. Yes.
And the cell on the hand or the finger knows that I'm a finger. The cell first know that I'm an ear, right? The cells on the nose know that I'm a nose.
Yes.
Who tells them, right? A cell on the nose doesn't look like a cell on the ears. Cells, before they die, they pass on information, and this information is the intelligence.
They
So
know their work so nicely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Or even all the muscles you can take for that instance.
All the muscles, all the involuntary action that
Yes.
happens. I mean, I can give you another simple example. Just keep your hand like this and breathe out from your nose. Which nostril is active now?
Yes.
Left or right? Which nostril is more active?
Actually, right now, both, but right in a more active, yeah, we can say.
Okay. Generally, what happens? Try this first thing in the morning when you wake up. Okay. You would realize that one of them is more active. So right nostril right now is more active for you, which means your left brain is more active at the moment.
Ah, okay.
The right is sympathetic nervous system, left activates parasympathetic nervous system. And in yoga, we call it Pingala Nadi and Ida Nadi.
Ah.
And when both are working, we call it
Words
Sushumna.
are so nice, yeah. This in Ayurveda and all these Sanskrit words.
Right. Absolutely. Now, every 1.5 hour, they work for 1.5 hour.
Hmm.
So when the right muscle is active, which is the the Pingala Nadi, which is the Sushumna Nadi. So it generates heat. It gives us endorphins, which help
It is
us.
also called as Surya Nadi and Chandra Nadi, something like that.
So right is Nadi and left is Chandra Nadi.
Correct.
Surya Nadi active, acid gets secreted. When Chandra Nadi is active, alkaline gets secreted. And that's how our body maintains a pH balance.
Okay.
And also we know that different emotions are connected with heat and coolness.
Yes.
Right? When we anger, we are hot. When we experience peace, we are cool.
So that is why in some pranayamas, they say that, after certain pranayam, they say that you have to release the breath from the Chandra Nadi. Or you have to do something like that. So it's so much connected to our body and to our body intelligence and messages. It's just
Very
amazing.
Yeah. I'll tell you one example where the body is intelligent, but unfortunately gets misused. I mean, let's say right now your right nostril was active. In time, it's going to change, right? It's going to shift from, it has worked 1.5 hour, it's going to shift to left.
Okay.
Now, suddenly, you get a phone call or read an email which stresses you out. I mean, stress is basically our brain's interpretation that I'm unable to cope with the situation.
Yes.
And it gets overwhelmed. And that feeling of overwhelmingness is called stress, right? Why is this side called sympathetic nervous system? Because it has a lot of sympathy with you. So the moment the body realizes that you are getting stressed, it will automatically work 1.5 hour more to give you that support system, give you that heat to cope. It's an automatic coping mechanism.
Correct.
Now that is intelligence.
Yes.
Right? And let's say we were in Stone Age and you saw a tiger and you had to run. You had to save your life. And that's where the sympathetic nervous system will be activated to help you run and save your life.
Yes.
However, the problem in today's modern life is we get stressed very often. In Stone Age, it was maybe once in a day or once in 2-3 days that people were getting stressed.
Wow, that's so nice to hear all of these things from you, Mala. So now, before we leave this meeting, because it's already the time constraint is there a little bit, I would like to know from you now that, if you can give some important tips to our audience regarding, what they can, how they can take care in this difficult time. And because even if the lockdown is over, we will have to maintain our lifestyle even further, and we don't know how many days. So what Ayurveda can do for all of us, what tips you can give. So yeah, over to you, Mala.
The simplest tip from Ayurveda is to maintain a routine. In Ayurveda, it's called Dinacharya, Ratricharya, and Rutucharya.
Okay.
Right? And this is what circadian rhythm is. So maintain your rhythm with the sun. Wake up at least when the sunrise is happening, not later than that. Right?
Okay.
And have your dinner by sunset. Because our entire metabolism, our ability to digest food is connected with sun. So have your proper breakfast, lunch, and early dinner. Wake up early, sleep early. Because the problem is a lot of people today in the lockdown times have lost their rhythm of routine. Be late during the day, eating anytime, watching television and programs till late night, right?
Yes,
And they're losing their, people are not realizing, but this wrong lifestyle will reduce the immunity further. And then even taking medicines will not boost up the immunity.
correct.
Therefore, creating a routine with the sun, simple to remember, rise with the sun, and sunset should be your cut-off line for completing all the work and having dinner. So, go around the sun, make a routine and stick to that. Do pranayam every day. Dr. Vasant Lad has beautiful videos on pranayam on YouTube. I follow him. I've learned from him personally, but I also follow him on YouTube. So do pranayam regularly. Do Surya Namaskar regularly. If at least this is the yoga asana one can do. This would build up the immunity and boost the immunity further.
Wow.
So what is very important is to remember that we all have a unique purpose in life.
Yes.
Many would have heard of Viktor Frankl, right? He was in Holocaust and he wrote a book, Man's Search for Meaning. The moment I say that, okay, I'm Mala Kapadi, I'm born on this planet to complete some work, then it gives me purpose. Then it helps me to overcome the fear and surrender to the divine, that okay, the divine wants me to complete some work and I have to continue doing my work. And that will take away my mind from all negative news,
Correct.
right? So I'll not focus on negative news, because the law of universe is whatever we focus on expands. So if we focus on fear, fear expands. If we focus on joy and purposefulness from heart, that expands, right? In yoga, there is a term called Pratipaksha Bhavana. Pratipaksha Bhavana means replacing the emotion with exact opposite. So the moment we feel sadness or fear, which is very natural to feel, right? Turn your sadness into compassion. Shift from fear to hopefulness and optimism. Feeling grateful that, oh, at least I have a home to stay. At least I'm not stuck on the road. At least I have food to eat, right? So start expanding your circle of gratitude every morning and every evening. And that could really build a lot of positivity.
Wow. So you have covered most important all the points and the tips. Now we are at the end of our discussion. Now we would like to know from you your message to all the young achievers women in the world.
My message is that start the new normal. Make it start from the heart, right?
Wow.
We have lived based on our head very long. For millennials, we have done that, right? Start going back, revisiting our own wisdom from the heart, and let's create an era of heart.
Amazing.
Heart is what spreads compassion. Heart is what spreads love and hope.
Yes. Amazing. That's so nice. So with this positive message and this positive thought, we would definitely want to stop here. But before we end, we want to thank you for coming over in our talk show and discussing so many different and important points of Ayurveda and the tips you have given all of us. And definitely the audience will try to follow all these things in their own life, and they will definitely keep themselves away from all these viruses or like corona or any other virus.